You're watching HCC News with Johnny Harvey, Sonia Norris, and Nick Wall with sports.
Hello and welcome to the final edition this semester of HCC News. I'm Sonia Norris.
And I'm Johnny Harvey, and we hope you're having a great finals week. Here's what's been happening around Hutch this week. The Mythbusters had a bust in their last experiment. The Mythbusters missed a cannonball, and it came whizzing through a Dublin community house. The cannonball was fired from a bomb range at Camp Park. It soared 700 yards near a house, bounced across the road, and bounced off the roof to hit a minivan that locals said that they didn't actually hear the cannonball come through the house. What woke them up was the settling of the sheetrock. The cannonball punctured the bedroom wall, leaving a 10-inch hole knocked off some roof tile, and the owner of the minivan said he had just parked the van and came out and saw the 10-inch hole in the window. This particular myth was to find out if other objects fired from a cannonball would be as effective as a cannonball.
A Hutchinson man was taken to the McPherson Memorial Hospital Monday after the tractor trailer he was driving turned over south of McPherson. Burl Humphrey was on the ramp for K163 and K61 south of McPherson when the semi he was driving left the road. In attempting to correct it back on the road, the truck was pulled back into the ditch, causing it to turn over. Humphrey was taken to the hospital, and patrol reported that he was wearing a seatbelt.
Pittsburgh State University received a very unique gift from a group of donors this past week. The school was giving a 80,000 rappelling towers used to train about 90 ROTC students for their careers in the military. The new structure replaces the old tower, which has been training recruits since the school opened. Pittsburgh State's President Steve Scott said the relationship between the Army ROTC and the campus is strong, in that while the ROTC programs at other universities has declined due to lack of interest or support, Pittsburgh State Guerrilla Battalion has grown stronger every year.
And no longer will you have to wonder what's being shared on your Facebook page, as the Federal Trade Commission has finally ruled that Facebook is now required to obtain users' express consent before enacting changes that override their privacy preferences. This effectively makes any changes Facebook makes to its privacy policies an opt-in control by the user, whereas before it would default you into the change without your consent. Facebook must also submit to privacy audits every 2 years for the next 20 years, bar access to content on deactivated accounts, and avoid misrepresenting the privacy or security of user data.
HCC City Council voted 5-0 this week to give the clothing store Kohl's $408,109 over the next 6 years for building and opening a new store at the corner of 17th and Lorraine. The president of the Hutchinson-Reno County Chamber of Commerce noted a chamber survey last year found Kohl's was the most desirable retail for Hutchinson residents. The terms of the development agreement required at least $3.5 million to be spent on land and construction, that the store will open on March 15, 2013, and that Kohl's maintain an annual payroll of at least $800,000. In return, Kohl's would receive a portion of the property and sales tax revenues as a rebate.
Missouri hunter Michael Utt snaps picture of albino deer. Apparently, Utt and some friends were hunting in mid-November close to the Lake of the Ozarks when he spotted the doe. He was looking for the all-white deer and white-tailed deer. He was successful in finding both, but he did not shoot the albino deer in hopes of seeing her again next hunting season, along with some offspring. Conservation Department officials said the photos were taken from a distance, but it's clearly an all-white deer, a doe, and possibly a true albino with pink eyes, according to a news release.
A new type of evening course is being introduced here at HCC this year. Fast forward courses are designed for students who may have a job during the day or athletes who may be too active during the year. This 8-week program, most starting mid-January, is a hybrid course, having most classes online joined with just 4 face-to-face classes. What's great for students looking to get their gen eds out of the way, none of the fast forward courses face-to-face time overlap. Contact your advisor about signing up today.
And if you're running out of ideas to do this week, come down and join us at the Hutchinson Recreational Building at 11 a.m. to decorate gingerbread houses. Join us at 15 East 1st Avenue, Hutchinson, Kansas. If you have more questions about the event, please contact Jim Seitnader at his phone number 620-694-2677 or online at jims@hutchgov.com. If you're interested in old-fashioned Christmases, then come on down to Lindsborg Saturday at 5 p.m. The event will be located at the Old Mill Museum. The event from 5 to 8:30 p.m. Admissions is $2 for adults, $1 for children ages 6 through 12, and free for children 6 and under. For more information, call 785-227-3595. And if you think the time is close enough to come see Santa, you should head on down with the kids to the DCI Park. Santa will be visiting Hutchinson and 2nd Avenue and Main Street. This event starts at 11 and is a fun event for the family. For more information, call Jim Seitnader at his phone 620-694-2677 or at his email jims@hutchgov.com. So Johnny, are you about finished with your finals?
I am done with my finals. I am completely finished. How about you?
Yeah, I'm done too. It's like a huge relief off my shoulders. Burden's been lifted.
Definitely. Stay with us. When we come back, Nick is here with a look at sports, and we'll find out what HCC students are looking forward to this Christmas with this week's Campus Talk.
And welcome back to HCC News for Sports. I'm Nick Wall. Well, the HCC football team capped off a really impressive season, going 8-3 on the regular season, and they hosted Lackawanna College in the 3rd annual Salt City Bowl, and they get it started here. Fellow sophomores Elliot Alford and Cordero Patterson hook up for this 48-yard touchdown pass, and Hutch is off and running. The HCC defense was stout as well here. Darius Stroud and Tim Edmond chase down the Lackawanna QB, and it's Edmond who gets the sack. And then it's Alford again, this time going up top over the middle for freshman Miguel Johns, and HCC leads by 2 scores. And on the ensuing possession, this Lackawanna pass is tipped up in the air by Edmond and picked off by Shane Smith, who rumbles 23 yards for the TD, and it's 19-0 Blue Dragons. And then they get tricky, up 19-0. They onside kick, and it's recovered by the Blue Dragons here to set up what would be a 37-yard run by Davion Dinwiddie, who tiptoes down the sideline to make it 25-0 HCC. The HCC defense kept the pressure on all day. This time it's Stroud getting the sack, but Lackawanna would try to mount a comeback as quarterback Devontae Farrell finds Marcus Snipes in the end zone corner, and Lackawanna would threaten again, but this time it would not be the same result. Edmond steps in front of the Farrell pass and gets a caravan as he goes 85 yards down the sideline. 32-7 at the half, and the route is on. Then opening drive of the second half, it's Alford on the screen to Patterson, and Patterson makes moves, cuts across the field, and outraces the entire Falcon defense for the 35-yard score. And then in the fourth, Alford and Patterson hook up one last time for old time's sake, and HCC rolls 70-20 en route to the Salt City Bowl championship. Linebacker Tim Edmond was named defensive MVP, while Alford, who threw 5 TDs, was the offensive MVP. And HCC finishes the season 9-3 and ranked as the number 9 team in all of NJCAA football. And in women's hoops action, the Hutchinson Lady Dragons played a tough game Friday against State Fair Community College, being up only 3 at halftime, and it was an up-and-down battle, but the Lady Dragons did not turn down the pressure and pulled it out to win 82-73. HCC also had a game on Saturday playing Barclay Community College, and the Lady Dragons really showed their unselfishness. Everybody on the team scored a basket in this game, and the Lady Dragons would go on to win by an impressive 80 points in a 100-20 victory. And moving onto men's hoops, after the women drubbed their opponent, could the men put an equally impressive beatdown on Northeastern? The now number 11 Blue Dragons got things going early. Anthony Thomas here with the nice fall away. And then it's Mark Braden with the hoop and the harm, and moments later forward Alex Davis hit this face-up J, and then A.J. Spencer finds Braden again on a nice backdoor cut, and it's a 9-point HCC advantage. Both Spencer and Braden had 16 for the game. Northeastern would come back though as K.J. Bluford hits this corner 3, and it's only 13-12 Blue Dragons. And some nice hustle here on the recovery by Thomas, and then it's Thomas to Jack Pyle on in Michael Speed. Sorry about that. It's 40-31 HCC at the half. And the second half, HCC catches fire. Pyle drains a 3. He would hit his first 7 shots of the half. Then Braden with the steal, and he goes coast to coast for the lay-in, and HCC is up by 12. And then it's Pyle again for the 3, and here we have Braden with the slam before the defense puts it away with a 15-0 second half run. Here's Spencer with the steal and the lay-in, and then another steal here by Roselle Nunn and Spencer again. And then finally another steal by Nunn, and this time it's to Pyle, who finished with 25 points. And it's the Blue Dragons rolling 102-81 to get a nice bounce-back victory as they move to 11-1 on the season. And that's all I have for sports on the HCC Sports. Here we are going back to Saunier.
Thanks, Nick. On this week's Campus Talk, we found out how students will be spending their holidays.
What are your plans for Christmas break?
Eating good food, sleeping, not studying. Yeah.
A lot of food and opening gifts, paper fights, the usual.
Party. Well, I'm studying hard now to party later. Chill with my family, eat.
Over Christmas break, I might, that's a good question. I might, I'm gonna party a lot,
Go visit my family. Haven't seen them for a while, so my grandma's coming here, and then we're gonna go to some other family's house, so just spend time with them.
Go home, graduate first, get done with Hutch, and then fly back home, go on to California. Just ready to make that next move.
So do you guys have any big plans for the holidays?
No. I'm just going to relax and spend time at home with my family. I don't get to spend a lot of free time, so I'm just going to take it in.
Okay.
Man, holidays are ways away. I'm just going to enjoy my break, man. I'm taking it easy.
Okay. I think I'll do the same. Just chill out and relax. That concludes our photo show for this semester. We hope you guys have a safe and wonderful break, and we'll see you next year. For HCC News, I'm Johnny Harvey.
I'm Sonia Norris.
And I'm Nick Wall. We're going to leave you tonight with a look at what every house should look like during the holidays. Happy holidays. HCC News is a production of the Broadcast and Media Technology program of Hutchinson Community College. For more information on the program or to submit your story ideas, please call 665-3433.